Good morning everyone, I am Lizalkate Lumibo and today I'm going to discuss the Module 12 entitled Post-War Attempt at Integration for Mindanao and SULU. This is our objectives. At the end of the module, the students should able to answer the following questions. What was the Alonto Report and how did they lead to the integration program of the Philippine government in the post-war period? What is the role of Mindanao State University in the National Integration Program? What is the Commission of National Integration and what became of it after more than a decade of existence? And what was the Mindanao Development Authority or MDA and what became of it after several years of existence? What was the Alonto Report and how did they lead to the integration program of the Philippine government in the post-war period? So, the Alonto Report refers to the document submitted by the Special Investigation Committee which was created by the House Committee on National Minorities to investigate the Camlon Uprising. The Alonto Report is a document from the Special Investigation led by Dumacao Alonto, created by the House Committee on National Minorities to examine the Camlon Uprising in the 1950s. The uprising led by Haji Camlon in Sulu highlighted the grievances of Muslim Filipinos. The report identified issues like discrimination, poverty, and recommended reforms. It was one of the official acknowledgments of the struggles faced by Muslim communities in the Philippines. The report stated that the post-independence moral problem had been a question of inculcating into Muslims' mind that they are Filipinos and this government is their own and they are part of it. The statement suggests that after independence, the Philippine government viewed the moral problem as a matter of convincing Muslim Filipinos or Moros to see themselves as part of the nation, that they are Filipinos and government represents them. This approach focused on assimilation, assuming the problem was in the Moro people's mindset rather than acknowledging their historical grievances such as colonial resistance and district identity, loss of ancestral lands, and political and economic marginalization. It ignores calls for self-determination and autonomy, framing the conflict as a loyalty issue rather than a response to systematic inequality. This one-sided view contributed to ongoing tensions and the rise of separatist movements. The Alonto Report was so essential that it influenced the thinking of the members of the Philippine Congress from the 1950s until the Mindanao crisis in 1971. The Alonto Report was a significant document that examined the conditions and concerns of Muslim Filipinos or Moros in Mindanao during the early years of the Philippine Republic. It was authored by Senator Dumacao Alonto, one of the few Muslim leaders in national government at the time. It's important because the report gave a detailed and authentic view of the problem faced by Moros, including poverty, discrimination, and land dispossession, and lack of government support. For the official recognition, it was one of the first times these issues were formally acknowledged in the government document. And for the policy influence, it helped inform legislators about the realities in Mindanao, shaping how Congress understood Muslim grievances. The impact of the Congress in 1950s to 1971 is the report was raised awareness among lawmakers, encouraging efforts to integrate Muslim Filipinos and address inequality. It influenced debates on laws, development programs, and policies related to Mindanao. However, while it shaped thinking, many of the recommendations were not fully implemented, contributing to continued unrest and exploded into the Mindanao crisis in 1971, marked by violence and the rise of armed Moro movements. So the Alonto report was crucial because it brought moral issue to a national stage, influencing congressional thinking of decades. It highlighted the urgency of addressing Muslim grievances, but the lack of concrete action eventually led to deeper conflict. The report was instrumental in prodding Congress to pass legislation for the creation of the agencies which should take the cudgel to affect the integration of the Muslims and to develop the Mindanao region. For most of the agencies that were created and affect the integration and development of Mindanao were the Mindanao State University 1955, the Commission of National Integration 1957, and the Mindanao Development Authority.